Now let's see what Jesus says. Now I want you to remember this. Jesus says this. These Pharisees are accusing her using the law of Moses. That is the 10 Commandments from the books Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. They're accusing her using that law. It started off as 10 commandments, but it ends up being 613 separate commandments, many of which they made themselves because they thought that they could become holy through their own actions. But Jesus says this. He says, I didn't come to abolish the law. I am the fulfillment of the law. I didn't come to get rid of the law. I am the law. So let's see what Jesus says. Verse 6, they were using this question as a trap in order to have a basis for accusing him. But Jesus bent down and started writing on the ground with his finger. I want you to notice this. Jesus, what do we do to this woman? She broke one of the commandments. And then what does Jesus do? What does he do? He takes his finger and goes and writes in the earth, right? Watch this. The word is sharper than any two-edged sword. And when Jesus speaks, he speaks physically, literally, and he speaks metaphorically. Watch this. They are accusing this woman based on the 10 commandments. If you go to the book of Exodus and you find the passage where God is giving Moses the 10 commandments, the word says that God takes his finger and writes the commandments in stone. That's how he gives Moses the commandments. When they bring this woman to Jesus and they say, she has violated the law. Remember, Jesus said, I didn't come to get rid of the law. I am the law. And as they say, she's violated the law, Jesus takes his hand and writes in stone. There is God, once again, writing his commandment.